Jefferson County Court, law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M3275556. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Kimberly Michelle Barton. Let the record reflect that Kimberly Michelle Barton is present in court with her attorney Wright Kimler. State is present with assistant district attorneys, attorney Kobe Hoffbar and attorney Andrew Hubel. Let the record reflect that the jury is not present in the courtroom. The court has just completed a hearing. State, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready?
Ready.
Mr. Baylor, could you please go get the jury? You may be seated. Let the record reflect that the jury is now present in the courtroom. Mr. Hubel, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hubel, you may proceed.
During your investigation, did you speak with personnel from the store from you guys?
Yes, sir.
And were those individuals Charles Golden and Jennifer Boyd?
Yes, sir.
And did they know the perpetrator by name?
Yes, sir, they did.
And did they discuss with you the facts surrounding why they were reporting the stuff?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with the elements of that?
The elements of that,
Yes.
I believe so, yes, sir.
And based on what they told you, regarding this incident, did you believe that first of all, there was a probable cause for that in this case?
Based on what they told me, yes.
And provided that all the things that they said provided that all the things they said to you were true, would what they allege be meet the elements of that?
Yes, sir.
Did you view the security footage of at the store?
Mr. Golden showed it to me, yes.
And after doing so, you submitted an ID request, correct?
Correct.
Meaning that that footage would later be collected by your department.
By detectives, yes, sir.
Nothing further this time, state custody.
Okay.
No questions.
May this witness be excused?
Yes.
Well, to bring you excused. All right, you have a blessed day. You call your next witness.
Your Honor,
Yes,
this time state rest.
okay, defense, okay,
Call Kendall Martin, yeah.
okay. Ms. Barton, you may come forward so I can swear you in. Ms. Barton, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Barton, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Barton, you may put your hand down. Ms. Barton, you can take a seat in the witness stand. And you could adjust the microphone. Mr. Kimler, you may proceed.
Would you identify yourself by stating your full name and spelling your last name?
My name is Noel Barton, B-A-R-T-O-N.
Barton, how old are you? And what's your educational background?
High school diploma, some college,
Are you employed or what's your employment history?
disability.
What's your employment history? Where did you work before?
I've worked in refineries, I've worked, in stores, I've worked at, I can't remember. Kroger, Belmont.
Back in June of 2020, particularly June 19th, were you in academy at all or not?
No, sir.
You've seen what's been marked or viewed what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1 in court on the video presentation. Is that you depicted in State's Exhibit 1?
Absolutely not.
And also, you in no way committed a theft or stole any coolers from Academy on June 19th of 2020. Is that
No,
correct?
I haven't. I've never committed a theft in my life.
That's what.
Mr. Huber, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Interim Ms. Barton. So you say that you've never committed theft. Have you been trespass warned from the academy in question in Port Arthur?
Yes, I did have a trespass, and it wasn't because I was stealing things, because it was significant I was stealing.
There have been several instances where you've been trespass warned from that academy, correct?
And I was given a warning for the one that I did, where the police were called. And the police were, I mean, they could have arrested me then, but they didn't. I mean, I got arrested once still online.
And in addition to that, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Yes,
And can you tell me what those cases involved?
it was for drugs.
And can you specify what types of drugs?
It was methamphetamines. It did my time for. I've been on probation for 10 years. I've almost completed it. 1 year prior to completing the 10-year sentence.
Have you ever pled no contest to a trespassing case before?
For this trespassing case, no.
No, I'm asking in general, in 2020, in July of 2020, did you plead no contest to a trespassing case?
No.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes, you may.
Document look familiar to you? Well, when it says it's marked, cause number 324-740, and it says, State of Texas versus Kimberly Barton, the charge being a trespassing class D. The date is, as I was asking earlier, July 29th of 2020. Do you recall this?
I was in jail for 5 months for trespassing.
Okay.
Because it revoked my probation, or it almost did.
Do you recall where you were trespassed from for that case?
Academy.
So, are you saying that this plea to no contest was for a trespassing at Academy?
I did have a trespassing in the academy, but it wasn't for theft.
So, at this point, with the witness having identified the judgment and confirmed that it's hers, I'm offering it as state second. The objection.
No objection.
Okay, state's exhibit number 2 will be admitted.
Now, in this particular instance,
We have to, it needs to be stage 3, stage 2 is offered,
Oh.
was not. So it needs to be.
So it's state's exhibit number 3. Is that correct, Mr. Hubel?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so state's exhibit number 3, and Mr. Kimler, you have any objections to stage 3?
I know,
No objection, stage 3 will be admitted.
for the record, it's a certified copy of the judgment.
Yes.
Run for it.
Ms. Martin, you can step down.
Subject to a motion, Your Honor, I rest. I'm gonna, I will rest. But I have a motion made before I rest, and then.
Okay,
I need to do it up to the spring.
okay.
We want,
Data don't, I mean, recall or anything, so we don't have anything for.
so I'll make my motion and then rest.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, could we have a matter to take outside of your presence? Would you please step outside? Right. Let the record reflect that the court is back in session. The case of State of Texas versus Kimberly Michelle Barton, let the record reflect that when Barton is present with her attorney, Attorney Ray Kilmer, State is present with Assistant District Attorney Andrew Hubel and Assistant District Attorney Kobe Harper. Let the record also reflect that the jury is now present in the courtroom. Mr. Kilmer.
We rest.
Okay, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, well, State, do you have any rebuttal testimony?
No.
You have no rebuttal testimony? Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, both the state and the defense has rested. The court has to, we have a charge drafted up, but there's some changes that needs to be made. We have to have what is called a charge conference. It's going to take us a couple of minutes to do. So at this time, you will be asked to go back out into the hallway. If you need any water, coffee, or whatever, just please let the bailiff know. And once we finish with the charge conference, then we will have you come back in, and then we will read to you the charge. Both the state and the defense will do their closing arguments, and after they conclude with the closing argument, then the case will be given to you to deliberate. So at this time, please stand. Everyone, please stand as the jury exit the courtroom. Court will be in recess.
Outrun.